Hello, business teachers. Hey, I want to talk to you about some programming that some of us have been trying to put together for next year. We're calling it the first annual SPPS Entrepreneurship Pitch Fest. We probably got to come up with a better name for that. But essentially, it's going to be a really cool pitch fest for our students. And it's going to happen in the end of January, so the end of semester one. Hey, we've partnered with a couple really cool organizations, Junior Achievement. This building is their headquarters and it's on University Avenue. We're going to actually have our students pitch here in January. This is where the Pitch Fest is going to be. Like I said, we're partnering with some organizations, Junior Achievement and Rev Academy. I'll talk more about these partnerships in a minute. At a high level, this is what we think it's going to look like. In September, us teachers are going to launch our classes. And so those could be entrepreneurship classes, intro to business. You could even have business clubs, not as a formal class, be preparing for this Pitch Fest. Or if you wanted to have independent student groups working on this, that's a possibility too. So in September, you're going to launch your class or get your students going on this. And then we're going to have a field trip to JA for a launch event. And that's going to just be a fun place where they get to meet entrepreneurs and start brainstorming their ideas in a bit more detail. Hey, from October to January, this is where students are going to be actually developing their businesses and their business ideas. We're going to be providing curriculum to walk you through that. You can do it on your own, but also we can be helping you with some curriculum and some benchmarks and all that stuff to get your students ready. We're going to do another field trip, and that's going to be to St. Thomas. They're calling it an Innovation Day. And again, it's going to be geared towards helping our student teams get ready for the competition. We think we've come up with a cool innovation in terms of how to categorize our student business ideas. And that looks like this. So all of the teams are going to come up with their own ideas. And then from a competition standpoint, we're going to categorize them into two. One is what we're calling a social innovation business. And so those are big ideas that would take years to develop, with huge teams and big budgets. So for instance, let's imagine that one of your students' teams came up with the idea of innovating the refrigerator with some AI that reads what you have in the refrigerator and helps you with recipes and et cetera, so that we're reducing food waste. Amazing. What a cool idea. We're going to label that one and categorize it as a social innovation business. Now, let's contrast that to what we're calling the small business category. This is like, hey, I want to start selling, hair, hair for weaving and beauty products. These are business ideas that can be actualized into sales quickly. So by, something selling t-shirts, selling a service like a dog washing, blah, blah, blah. These are things that students can flip into like actual sales immediately. It's hard to compare these. So long story short, we're leaning into this idea and we're coming up with two different business categories. All right, so with that being the case, in January, we're going to hold our Pitch Fest. And again, it's going to be at JA. Student teams are and it's going to be during the day. We're going to bus over there. Student teams are going to show up. They're going to pitch. And we're going to select two winning teams, one from each of those categories. So a social innovation category winner and then a small business category winner. Now, here's where it gets really cool. From February to April, we're going to be supporting these winning teams in what we're calling the incubator. And so, we have two winning teams. Rev Academy and JA are going to be wrapping these teams around with mentorship, industry connections, and some seed money so that, they'll have 2 or 3 months to really try to launch their business and get ready for the next step, which is for the winning team, they're going to be competing in the JA Company of the Year competition in April. And again, They're going to be surrounded by mentorship and industry connections, etc., to really be competitive. Now, we're also thinking about those teams who pitched here but didn't win, but want to continue. You're going to have some teams that want to continue with their business, and we're going to wrap them around with some support to help them continue launching their business. All right, so hey, this is over. I want to just hype you to kind of what to be looking out for. Over the summer, I want you to be thinking about, I want you to be checking your emails. I'm going to be sending out resources, like curriculum resources, planning guides, any updates. I'm going to be doing that all over the summer. And it's not just me. It's we have a small team of people that are doing this. Chris at Highland, Sarah at Creative Arts, and David at Washington are all helping to plan this. If you want to be a part of the planning, please let me know and we'll get you in. And so that's it. And then next fall, just plan to help student teams get ready for the Pitch Fest. Again, this is all voluntary. If for 100 reasons this isn't going to work out for you next semester, don't worry about it. Again, this is the first annual, so there's going to be more to come. But I understand, like, there's been a lot of changes and things like that. So if this is something that you're not feeling ready for next year, don't worry about it. You can come and participate and get a feel for it, and then when you're ready, you can launch it. Well, again, hey, we're really excited. We feel like this is going to be a great year. And again, this is kind of the flow from September to April. Most of the work that you would be doing is from September to January, and then our partners would take over from February to April. So think about it in terms of like a semester-long adventure for you, and you can customize it however you want. We're going to provide some resources to kind of guide you through, but if you have a different way of doing it, getting your teams ready for the Pitch Fest, great. That's something that we can learn from, and maybe we can adapt. All right. Well, hey, reach out if you have any questions, and I'm really excited about next year.